Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue part 2 of our chapter, Confronting Marginalization. In part 1 we understood who are marginalized people and why they face discrimination. Now in part 2 we will learn something very important, how people fight back using laws and rights. So let's begin this lesson like a real story. Before we start, imagine something. Suppose someone forces you to do a humiliating tradition, something that hurts your dignity. Now think, is it fair? What can you do? You can share your answer with your partner for 1 minute. After discussion, yes, the most important point is, no tradition is correct if it humiliates a human being. And this connects perfectly to today's topic. So today, by the end of part 2, you will be able to explain how laws protect Dalits and Adivasis, understand Rathnam's case, learn about the SC/ST Act, 1989, understand manual scavenging and laws against it, and also learn about Adivasi land rights and the Forest Rights Act, 2006. So basically, today we will see discrimination struggle laws justice. Now let's begin with a powerful message from history. Long ago, Saint Kabir spoke boldly against injustice. He challenged a caste divisions, a religious divisions, and even powerful people. Kabir taught one strong idea. All human beings are equal. Every type of work has dignity. So Kabir's message is like a light. And now we will see a real example of inequality in a village. Let's go to a village called Jikmalgar. In this village, once in 5 years there is a big festival. But the festival had a shocking rule. A Dalit person must wash the priest's feet, and then bathe in the used water. And even after doing this humiliating ritual, Dalits were still not allowed inside the temple. So the big question is, who will say no to this injustice? That person was Rathnam. Rathnam was a 20-year-old engineering student. He refused to do this ritual. Why? Because he had no faith in this practice. He felt Dalits were being forced into humiliation. He demanded equal dignity. Rathnam's refusal was not just a refusal. It was a message. I am a human being. I deserve respect. But when someone stands up, society reacts. Now the powerful castes became angry. They said, he became bold because of education. How can he demand equality? So the real problem was not Rathnam. The real problem was, they did not accept equality. But not everyone supported Rathnam. Let's see why. Many Dalit families did not support Rathnam. Not because they believed he was wrong, but because they were scared. Why were they scared? They worked on dominant caste lands. They feared losing wages and survival. They feared violence. So they thought, if we support him, we may lose everything. And sadly, their fear became true. The powerful castes took cruel actions. They ordered a social boycott, stopped people from speaking or working with Rathnam's family, and even set his hut on fire. Rathnam had to escape with his mother. So class, what do we learn here? When discrimination becomes violence, we need protection. And this is where laws become important. Rathnam did not stay silent. He used the law. He filed a complaint under SC/ST, Prevention of Atrocities, Act, 1989. This shows something very important. Laws can protect marginalized groups. Laws give power to the weak. But why did India make such a law? Let's understand. The SC/ST Act was made because humiliation and ill treatment continued. Violence increased in the 1970s and 1980s. Dalits and Adivasis demanded strict laws and punishment. So this act was created to stop injustice not just in words, but with strict punishment. Now let's see what this act actually does. The SC/ST Act does 3 main things. 1. It lists many crimes. 2. It punishes discrimination and violence. 3. It tries to change society's thinking and behavior. So this act is not only about punishment, it is also about changing mindset. Now let's see what crimes are included. The act punishes acts like forcing SC/ST persons to eat or drink inedible substances, parading them naked or humiliating publicly, any act that insults human dignity. These are not small matters. They are serious crimes because they destroy a person's respect and self-worth. But discrimination is not only about humiliation. It also happens through land and labor. The Act also punishes illegal occupation of Dalit/Adivasi land, a dispossession of resources, a forcing slave labor. So class land is not just property. Land is life. If land is taken away, people lose survival, money, and dignity. And another important protection is for women. The Act gives special protection to SC/ST women by punishing assault or force on SC/ST women. Acts meant to dishonor them, because SC/ST women often face double discrimination, one because of caste, and another because of gender. Now we will learn about another painful reality. Manual scavenging means removing human or animal waste using brooms and baskets, carrying it to disposal grounds, and sadly it is mostly done by Dalit women and young girls. This is one of the most humiliating and dangerous jobs, and it exists mainly because of caste discrimination. Now you may ask, why is it such a serious problem? Let's see. Manual scavengers face subhuman working conditions, serious infections and health hazards, low wages, and worst of all, they are still treated as untouchable in many places. So even if the work is necessary, the workers are treated as if they are not human. That is why laws and court action became necessary. To stop manual scavenging, important steps were taken. A 1993 law banned manual scavenging in dry latrines. 2003 PIL filed by Safai Karimkari Andolan. A 2005 Supreme Court ordered verification and time-bound action. 2013 Rehabilitation Act came into force, December 6, 2013. This shows something important. People struggled. Courts responded. Laws were made stronger. Now let's move to another marginalized group, Adivasis. Adivasis have lived in forests for generations, but many times their land was taken away by outsiders. So Adivasi activists used the 1989 Act to protect land that was traditionally theirs, punish encroachers, and the Forest Rights Act 2006 was made to recognize rights to land and forest produce, undo historical injustice, include conservation of forests and biodiversity. So this law is special because it says, the forest is not just government land. It is also home and livelihood for Adivasis. Now we come to the final message of the chapter. So class, today we learned one powerful truth. Rights and laws on paper are not enough. People must struggle to make them real. Equality, dignity, and respect require continuous effort. So before you leave, here is your exit ticket. Answer in one line each and write your answers in the comment box. 1. Why did Rathnam use the 1989 Act? 2. What is manual scavenging? 3. Name one way laws help Adivasis. That's it for now. Thank you.